My name is Amy Prokopis. I am an author of young adult novels such as the science fiction novel, The Arena, and the fantasy novel, Guardians of the Sixth Gate. Welcome to my channel. This will be kind of a different video, and it took me a whole month to put together. So we are in my garage today because I'm getting ready to go on a run. So what I'm getting ready to film is a month-long journey of me getting back into running. So some of you will know, some of you may not. I am an avid runner. I used to run half marathons. I've trained for a full marathon before. I love distance running. It's my favorite thing. I do it not just because I enjoy like the competitiveness and seeing how far I can push my body, but also it's great for my mental health, and I use it as part of my mental health regimen. So the last couple months have been really rocky. I've been super busy with books, with writing, work, that I haven't been on my normal running routine. And I really want to get back to that, but my fitness level is pretty low. So I decided what better way to do that than training the mile. I've never trained for the mile. My fastest mile is 7 something. And I don't even know where my mile falls anymore. So for the month of October, I thought it would be fun to see how fast my mile is at the beginning of the month, train myself, and see how fast it is at the end of the month. So part of this is just to get back in shape, in running shape. I don't have any kind of goal other than that, just getting back into running shape. I think fitness and eating healthy has nothing to do with your weight, or it shouldn't have to do or depend on your weight. It should all be about feeling better inside and out. So my goal is getting back to that kind of mind-body connection and getting back on a running routine so that I can maybe train for some distance races. So that's what this week, or not this week, holy moly, I'm so used to these weekly videos. That's what the month of October is all about for me, and you guys are going to see it. So let's roll that footage. Today is time trial day. So what I'm doing is I'm running as fast as I can for 1 mile. I'm gonna see how fast that is, and then I'm gonna train for a faster mile by the end of the month. That is the plan. I'm hoping for close to a 10-minute mile this time around. That is definitely not my fastest mile. My fastest mile was 7 something that I've ever like tracked. When I ran in high school, I ran 7 minutes at least. I don't really know what I ran in high school, but I know it was close to a 7-minute mile. We got to talk about some details first. So first off, we are in the garage today for our time trial. We're running on the treadmill because I am a mom, and it is incredibly hard to get away from my toddler when I actually have my running time, that is. Alex had to work today, so he's gone pretty much the whole day, so it's just me and Finn. And I don't want to do a time trial pushing a 40-pound toddler. That did not sound like a very good way to measure my abilities. Neither really is the treadmill, but what I'm gonna do, because ideally you wanna run, like doing time trials, you really wanna do them on like a track or like a race day equivalent. I don't really have that available to me because I'm a mom. So what I'm gonna do, October 1, today, when I do my first time trial, I'm going to do it on the treadmill. I'm gonna run in what I call my outdoor settings. Always run with a little bit of an incline, not like a huge incline, but run with a little bit because that mimics the natural like terrain a little better than just running on a flat surface. So I run at about a 3% incline. So that's gonna be like the standard for me for this video. I know it's not the best. If you're a runner, you're probably like screaming at me right now. Don't worry, I'm also internally screaming, but that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna do that time trial today, and then I'm gonna keep those exact same settings when I do my final time trial at the end of the month, and we'll compare the two. So we're gonna do that, and at least the the conditions are exactly the same, so that the comparison should be really accurate. So that's the plan. I know it's not the best, but that is the plan. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna hop on my treadmill here, woo! And I'm gonna do my first time trial. We're gonna see how fast my mile is right now. Whew, quite a bit faster than I thought I'd be. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right. Let me catch my breath. So I moved into the air conditioning and took some breaths. Holy moly, that was a little faster than I thought I would be for sure. So I said before we started, I'm hoping to be close to 10 minutes. I was under 10 minutes by quite a bit. I ran 8:37, so that is my current fastest mile, 8 minutes, 37 seconds. I'm really pleased. I didn't think I would be anywhere near that. I was averaging closer to 10:30, but something that I hadn't really considered was that 10:30-ish time was my mile time pushing Finn in the jogging stroller. So that was pushing almost like 50 pounds. So 8:37 for not having run consistently since like May, probably before that, is really good. I'm super pleased. So I'm gonna be incorporating a bit of strength training, doing lots of speed runs and tempo things to try and get 8:37 down, maybe close to 7 minutes. I would love to run a 7-minute mile again. Oh my gosh, is that even possible? Probably not, to shave off that much time, but we'll see what it gets to. So I'll keep you guys updated. 8:37, wow. It is week 2 and it's Wednesday and I've just gone on my first run of the week. I had appointments this week. I had to see my therapist. We had parent-teacher conference. So that's why I'm getting my run in today, halfway through the week, instead of earlier in the week. I try to run consistently. I run 4 days a week. So I run 2 times during the week and then Saturday and Sunday, so I'm not actually off schedule, and things are going really well. So as you know, this entire challenge is training for a faster mile, and so far I've been really impressed with myself. I'm actually faster than I thought I was to start with, so that's really nice. Not only that, but I feel stronger, and it's only been a week, so that's been really nice too, because usually it takes me a little bit when I'm running low mileage. It takes me a little bit to sort of work up to the higher mileage or to fast miles. And what I did today, I did over 2 miles. That's been consistent for me, so that's been the norm. So the reason why I'm running more than 1 mile, because I know
some of you are probably going, if you're training for the mile, why are you running so far? Like 5Ks and stuff. Well, I'm trying to build endurance because that's a huge part of it. And I'm incorporating like hill runs because where I live is hilly. And I'm also incorporating speed runs. So today was over 2 miles of speed runs. So they feel good. And usually it's week 3 before I feel strong on my runs. So the fact that it's the beginning of week 2 and I feel strong on my runs makes me feel really good about what like my final mile time might end up being. So maybe I can shave off quite a bit of time. We'll have to see. We still have the rest of the month to go. So it's been a little while since I ran. We ran Monday. It's Thursday now. Monday was a long run. I was actually really kind of sore after that run. I haven't run 3 miles in a little while, and they were like quick 3 miles. So we'll see. We might end up doing kind of a similar thing because I think we might run by the PARK. Don't tell anybody. So I think that might be on the agenda. Little guy is excited, ready to go. I am stretching, but I can definitely feel that I've gotten stronger, and I've noticed I've leaned out a lot. I've lost a lot of the bloat. Some of that is still hanging around, and I think it's related to my diet for sure, but I've changed that up too, just hoping to feel better. Like I said, this whole challenge to run my fastest mile is not about losing weight. It has nothing to do with my physicality aside from my running. I just want to get back into running shape, and I've never trained my mile, so I thought it would be fun too. I will say though, what started with the idea of running a bunch of short distances and like doing lots of sprints and hills has turned into my normal distance training. So I'm not exactly training for speed here. I am trying to do quite a bit of like sprint reps. So that training has changed a little. I will say though, this guy weighs about 40 pounds. He's a large, almost 3-year-old. He'll be 3 in February, and he's very big for his size, height and weight. He's not like, which isn't a problem. He's just big for his size, his age. So he adds a lot of weight to my runs, which I think sort of works in my favor and takes care of that whole not having a lot of speed training thing. So I think it's kind of a good trade-off to make up for that. So I think I'm still getting speed training just because I'm doing so much strength work to push this guy. This is the first run all week. It's Wednesday. It's been a super stressful week. So busy that like the kind of busyness where I know that going on a run is going to break up some anxiety. But by the time I get home, the only thing I want to do is sit on the couch and not get up again. So this is the first. Exactly. So this is the first run we're going on this week. I am super excited for it. I don't really have any kind of goal to this, except that we will probably end up going to the park. Cheese. With this cutie. So, we'll see. Let's talk about this last time trial. So, it is the 9th of November. And I know I said at the beginning of this video that the whole idea behind this 1 mile challenge was that I would try to run my fastest mile in the month of October. And I'm just now getting around to the final time trial. And the reason is that the end of October got so busy that I haven't really run in a couple days, really a week or two. So I'm just now getting around to the time trial. I'm gonna, like I said at the beginning, I'm gonna do it on the treadmill with the same incline and same running conditions. It's actually a similar temperature today to like the day that I ran that, and I'm wearing the same outfit. I did that kind of on purpose so that I'm mimicking as close to the same everything as I can to the first of the month. So I hope that having a couple days off does not like hugely impact my time. I'm sure I haven't shaved off quite as much time, but on like the plus side, I'm going to be super fresh because I haven't run in a couple of days. So I'm not under any kind of muscle strain. I'm not sore at all. And because I haven't really been working out. So I'm excited to see how this time trial goes and to see just how fast my mile is. So just to review, because I have all of them right up here on my wall, my running wall, my fastest mile at the beginning of the month was 8:37. So time to beat, 8:37. We will see if I can do it. I would love it for it to be close to 7 minutes. We'll see. I know I'm not gonna shave off that much time, but wouldn't that be crazy? So check with me in just a moment and we will see just how fast I am. Woo! All right, so same incline. I upped my speed this time around, which is why I ran a mile in 8:05. I feel good. I feel like I could have given one last kick, but I'm happy. I shaved off a lot of time. So before, at the beginning of October, my fastest mile was 8:37. And even after some of that time off, my mile time is 8:05 now. So that's my best. I've had other bests, but since I've really been tracking running data, 8:05 is the best I have so far. So, feel good. I am going to take a breather, get some water, maybe shower, and then we can do like a wrap up of this whole experience, and I'll give you all those details. So hold on for that. Whew, oh my gosh. So it's been a minute since I recorded the 1 minute time trial. I did that today, earlier this evening, and now we are going to talk about some final thoughts like, was I successful? Do I think it was worth it? Would I do it again? We're going to talk about those things. So first, was I successful? Yeah. My mile time went from 8:37 to 8:05. So I did not run a sub 8-minute mile, but I did get close to 7 minutes, which was kind of the goal. I shaved off a lot of time, quite a few seconds on my mile time, which would say I'm really successful. Let's talk about how I went about the month. So when I first started this challenge, I thought that I would do some like speed drills. I thought I was going to be really focusing on like the mile distance and focusing on building up speed and adrenaline and well, not adrenaline, but speed, stamina for the mile specifically. I did not do that. What I ended up doing was going back to my normal routine, which was distance training. I didn't run anything longer than a 5K. The last week where I was consistently running, I was running 5Ks about 4 times a week. So I wasn't distance training. I was still doing on the shorter side of that. And most of the training I was doing was really like resistance and strength training. I didn't go out specifically with those workouts in mind, but because every single run I went on in the month of October, except for both of those time trials, all of those I did outdoors, and every one of them I did while pushing the jogging stroller. That is the key. So I was pushing a 40-pound-ish toddler every single time I would go out and run, and I would always end those runs with a kick. So on like the last stretch, I would push myself. I would try to finish strong. That was always something I did. Even if the run was already like a fartlek, I was already doing intervals and whatnot, I'd always end on that big kick. And I think that finishing strong helped a whole lot when it came to finishing out this mile time trial and actually coming out on the end, because I kicked up the speed at the end and I finished strong, and I still feel like I had a little bit more of a kick that I could have given for a tiny bit longer if I really needed to. Would I do this again? Absolutely. I actually really enjoyed doing these time trials. I may actually do a time trial at the end of November just to see if anything's changed or if there's any growth. I might do that more often. I know because I like distance running, I really like the half marathon. I would love to run a marathon in the future, but I really enjoy the challenge of the half marathon. It feels pretty comfortable for me. Not right now, I'm not in that kind of shape anymore, but I like that distance a lot. So I don't see myself doing any speed training for short distance races, but I really enjoyed doing like this mile challenge and seeing what my mile time was every month and how that can vary. I think it was a really good exercise for myself. And so, yeah, I think I would do that again. Just to reiterate, I had no physical goals in this other than running a faster mile. So I didn't track anything except for my running times. The whole reason I run, one, is because I like to challenge myself physically. I find that really enjoyable. I've always been a sporty person, but also 2, and the big one, because it keeps me healthy. But when I mean healthy, I mean inside and out. So running plays a huge part in helping manage my anxiety. I feel a lot more myself when I run. I feel more in tune with myself inside and out. And I know that it helps me to break up a ton of the stress that I build up during the week. So I'm super excited that I was able to jumpstart back into a regular routine that kind of fell off at the end of October, but I'm back in it in November. I've made plans to kind of clear my slate, clear the way a little bit so I can run more often, even if that's not running for distance. So one thing that I really learned through this challenge is that not everything has to be a challenge, which is kind of a funny thing to come out with. I don't have to run a targeted distance every time I go out and run. Even if I don't have the time to run a set amount of miles, just going for the time that I have is still huge. And for a long time, I kind of battled that feeling I should be hitting a certain mileage, just because in the past, I've always been training for races or worrying about being in a race shape, but I don't know that I'll even run a race for the next year. I may run one in the next September because there's a local one that benefits public education. I might run that, but I'm not even really concerned about which one I'll run. If I'm going to run the half marathon, the 10K, whatever, I'm not concerned. So I feel like I have grown stronger mentally and stronger physically. And I feel like, I feel empowered in a lot of ways. That running always makes me feel powerful. So I loved that, but I feel refreshed and like I've let go a lot of expectations that I kind of that I usually set for myself when it comes to running. So that is the end of the video. So thank you for watching this till the very end. Thanks for sticking around and following my journey. I know this is kind of a departure from my normal content about writing and stuff and reading, but running is a huge part of who I am and how I manage the day-to-day. So I thought I would share that with you guys. So if you really liked this challenge video, if you have ideas for other challenges, leave that in the comments. Like I said, I love a good challenge, love to challenge myself. So leave those below, your suggestions, and I will definitely put them in my list of things to potentially do in the future. So thanks a lot for all of your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!